Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Wonder, Wild, and Free, and today we'll be doing a reading for January for the sign of Leo. Some quick announcements before we go ahead and get into the reading. I have not yet reached 100 subscribers. I think I'm like four or five, somewhere around there, short, almost there. So maybe with this video, or maybe by tonight or tomorrow, I'll reach my goal, hopefully. So yeah, the contest is still open. All you have to do is just subscribe and be subscribed and comment on any videos, and as long as you make a comment and you're subscribed, you can be entered into the contest, and I will be doing a giveaway and a drawing, and it will be on video so you can see. And if your name gets pulled, I will do three winners, and I will be giving away instant packages. So yeah, that is the giveaway. That's what's coming. That's the only announcement I have. So remember to like, subscribe, comment, all those beautiful, loving, warm, beautiful things that everybody loves. And yeah, so let's get into this. Leos, how are you doing? Happy New Year. And I miss you guys. I hope that you guys are doing well, and are you doing okay, and I hope that everything with you is in good vibrations and everything is moving forward in this 2019 year. And I want to go ahead and set the intention, and I hope that you guys do as well on your end, and set your intention for this reading. Spirit, what does Leo have in store for January 2019? Spirit, what does Leos have in store for January 2019? Leos for January 2019. Shuffle one more time. making sure that I'm holding these cards on correctly, and I believe I am. And I cleansed my cards for the year of for the year of 2019. I cleansed my cards for all the zodiac signs, so for them to come in reversed is quite eerie. Just taking a moment to look over your spread so I could give you a little evaluation of what I see here, Leo, just by looking at what I see here, okay? And you know, I just there's something about I exactly. Okay, Leo. So what I'm seeing here, just before we even get to it, I'm seeing a lot of disappointment. And I know you don't want to hear that, but I'm seeing a lot of delayed disappointment, boredom, a lot of boredom, disappointment. You're going to be a lot of, and it's going to come with someone you're in a relationship with, or somebody that you're passionate with, that you share some kind of intimacy with. Maybe you're not in a relationship with, maybe you're just friends with benefits with them, but this person that you're intimate with, you want to go further with them. You want to take that extra step with them, but I feel as though that person doesn't want to be in that type of relationship with you, or doesn't want to go further into a relationship with you. So in your mind, you're kind of like in this illusionary state, like, oh, he'll go with me, or she'll change her mind one day if I keep doing what she wants me to do, if I keep buying her stuff, or if I keep taking her to work, or if we keep hanging out, she'll change her mind, or if we keep having sex and we keep hooking up, eventually she'll want to be with me, or he'll want to be with me, kind of thing. And I just kind of want him for myself. I want her for myself. I want him for myself. So we have the Four of Pentacles. So you're kind of here in this state where you're like, I want this person all to myself. I don't want to share them with nobody. And that person, I don't feel as though that person feels the same about you. But you don't really care. You do care, but in the sense, you're hoping that they feel the same way as you do. You're just gonna hold on as tight as you can to this person. Following that, we have the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords comes with some kind of delayed news. And either it's going to be delayed and it's going to take some time to get to you, or it's going to be some delayed, disappointing news. And I feel as though this news is going to be delayed and disappointing, as in you were waiting to hear from somebody for a while, that you were waiting to hear on something from somebody, and this somebody finally got back to you, and when they did get back to you, it wasn't what you wanted to hear from this person. So then it leaves you over here with this Four of Cups. With this Four of Cups, you're now sitting here in facial emotion. Now you're here with emotion. Now you're here with the Cups. And the Cups is all about you're in an emotional state. See this guy here, he's just kind of sitting nonchalant. Like, here, you want some whatever there is in there. I would think there's wine, because these cups look like they deserve some wine in them. But now, after this delayed, disappointing news that you got, you're sitting here. You're sitting somewhere in your room, work, or whatever. You're sitting, and after that you hear this news that you wouldn't want to hear. You're kind of like, you're pondering. You're pondering like he's pondering. You kind of like this. What's my next move? What's my next move now? You're thinking, what's my next move? Or or you could be on the thought of boredom, where you're like, I don't know exactly what's my next move, because this was not the news that I wanted to hear. So you're kind of just stuck and you're bored. You're stuck and you're bored on not knowing what to do. So that concludes your first top row. And your first top row, with the Four of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and the Four of Cups, it's like very strong here, Leo, very strong, especially for you, for the mighty lions, okay? You're the mighty lions, and you guys can take on a lot of heat. And this really, I feel as though you guys can handle whatever comes towards you, because you guys are the lions, okay? Now, we got the Lover's card, okay? But it did come in reverse now, okay? So we want to remember that it came in reverse. The Lover's card came beneath your Four of Pentacles. Now, what that means is, if we go back to what the Four of Pentacles and what I was talking about when I said that you were in this state of where you didn't want to let that person go, you were always you were kind of like, well, if I am always on this person, if I'm constantly thinking, well, if I take this person to work, if I do this for this person, if I constantly am on this person, then maybe it'll change their mind and they'll want to be with me the way that I want to be with them. Then, you're kind of going to be suffocating them. That's what you're kind of doing with this Four of Pentacles. You're kind of squeezing them, right? So Then the Lover's card fell right underneath them, but it fell in reverse. So that's telling me that your love with this person isn't quite right. It's turning upside down. So the love isn't quite balanced. It's in an unbalance. It's in an unbalance. If it was upright, that means the love would be in a perfect connection, and the love would flow like a river. But because that you have this strangle, and you're constantly on this person, and you want this person, and you're kind of forcing your aura, forcing your vibrations onto this person, when this person either isn't quite ready to move on to the next step, or maybe this person is just not into you in that form, and the person is just more into the physical form of a relationship at this moment in their life, then that's what this kind of upside down portion means. Is just more of the physical form of a relationship, not so much of a loving. It's more physical, more sexual, not love. Okay? So I want you to remember that and take that with you. Now, moving on to your next card, we have the Ten of Pentacles, okay? Ten of Pentacles fell underneath the Page of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles actually came in reverse. So, the Page of Swords, as we go back to what I said about the Page of Swords talks about some kind of delayed or disappointing news. So whatever that delayed, disappointing news is going to talk about some kind of money. And had this Ten of Pentacles been upright, it would have been some kind of good, revolving around some kind of good fortune. But because it's delayed, disappointing news, and the Ten of Pentacles came out in reverse, this delayed, disappointing news is going to be revolved around you losing some type of finances. And it could be due to you catering so much to this love interest that you have here. You're putting so much time and effort, and you're strangling this love interest. You're trying so hard that maybe you're losing some finances towards this love interest, or maybe that due to some news that Page of Sword brings causes you to lose a big chunk of finances because of maybe a bill, or maybe something happens to a family member or to yourself. I don't want to say anything icky like that, because I just don't want to wish anything upon anybody. That's I don't like saying stuff like that, but you kind of get the idea of where I'm headed with that. So following the Ten of Pentacles, we have the Moon card, and that kind of wraps up this whole reading. And I kind of love that the Moon card came out at the end, because it kind of really does seals the deal in this reading, my Leos, my Lions, and how you roar. But in this card here, you kind of don't roar, and you kind of go in silence with the Moon card, okay? So with this moon, the moon talks about being an illusionary state and thinking about things in your mind and how things could be, how things should be, how things you want things to be, and how things could have been had things gone the way they should have been, or had things gone the way they would have gone if this had happened, or have that had happened. Okay, that's the moon card. So this leaves you in an illusionary state, and I think it's due to, and also the moon card fell under your Four of Cups. Okay, so remember when I talked about the Four of Cups in the beginning, I talked about how this Four of Cups, he's like chilling and he's kind of like pondering there. Remember I told you you're just going to be sitting there somewhere, home, at work, and you're just going to be like either sitting, pondering, thinking, or you're just going to be very bored. And when you're bored, you're still thinking about your options, or what am I doing? And while you're thinking about your options, you're going to be here in the moon card as well. And you're going to be in your illusions. And you're going to be like, oh, well, what could have been? And had this had happened? Or what could have been? Or had he done this? Or had she had gone with me? Or maybe if I do this and that today, or maybe if we go here next week. You know what I'm saying? So this is your illusionary card, and this is where you're kind of at with this relationship, or this little lovers, Four of Pentacle little I would say, I don't know how to call it, rectangle here that you guys have. Not rectangle, is it? I don't know. But this little Four of Pentacle lovers card that you guys have here, that you're kind of forcing on, not really forcing, but you're hoping, and you're kind of in an illusionary state with the moon card. And you're losing your finances. And you're just kind of stuck. You're stuck, Leo, because you're in an illusionary state. And I don't know who could have. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess. So you're in an illusionary state, but you also want to use your intuition. So they're saying, Spirit's telling you that you're in an illusionary state, but also to use your intuition. So if you're using your intuition, possibly you can get out this situation. And underneath the High Priestess, there's balance. So who knows? High Priestess comes after the moon. So there's hope, Leo. There's hope. The High Priestess comes with intuition. And that comes with questioning yourself. When there's intuition, you kind of like stop, and there's like two persons. There's you, and then there's your mind. And that's when you kind of talk to yourself inside your head, and you're kind of doubting yourself and questioning your thoughts, questioning your actions. And that's your intuition. And you're going to kind of question, should I do this, should I do that, maybe I shouldn't do this. And that's the intuition telling you, look, hold off, don't do this. Because then after the High Priestess, there's balance. Oracle, this is Leo. And you got boundaries. That is very, very funny. Not funny, but I'm guessing like cliche. Leo, you gotta know your boundaries and know when to say that's enough spending, know when to say I guess I should not call, I guess I should not text, I guess I should not post to social media, I guess I should not be so much on this person. You need to know your boundaries on when to say no, when to say yes. You need to know when not to, just when to just know, when to just not, and when to just back off, when to go home, when to stay. You know what I'm saying? This is just telling you, you need to know your boundaries, okay? There's boundaries, and they're telling you, hey, Oracle's letting you know that there's definite boundaries. And I want to read it for you because possibly there is a message that you should listen to. Let's see. Boundaries. Creating clear boundaries is necessary for maintaining good emotional, physical, and spiritual health. If your sense of identity is weak or if you need to heal energetic wounds, establishing boundaries is vital. Defend your right to thrive like a warrior, serving the divine spark that resides within you. So, my Leos, that's all the time I have for you today. This message was for Leo's sun, moon, and rising. If this didn't resonate with you, please check with your other sun, moon, or rising sign. And again, my contact information is in the description below if you would like to reach me at my Instagram or my email for a private reading. And that is all my time that I have for you guys today. But I love you guys and take care. Stay enlightened and stay in love. Namaste.